And I'd like to bring up Howard Hibbard and his wife, Jennifer Beeling. And I want to have them come up. This is a very interesting story. Howard was our platoon leader, 2nd Platoon Charlie Company, after a lot of us were gone. He was in the late 69, 70s. And I found him on a company roster. Come right on up here, guys. I found him on a company roster, and everything matched. And I did my magic, and gosh, I found him, and I said, so you were an LT for the platoon? And he goes, yeah. And because I didn't know him, I wasn't there at the time, I said, well, you know, a bunch of the guys get together and we have a reunion. And he goes, well, that would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind coming. And he says, I wrote a book. And I go, you did? He goes, yeah, about Vietnam, about the company, about the platoon. And I said, no kidding. And he said, yeah. He said, do you think, oh no, yeah, I'm taking mine, because you might want to grab it. So I was in communication with them, and they agreed to come, and I was tickled about that. But I said, well, when's that book going to be done? And they said, well, we don't know if it's going to be done for the reunion, but we would really like to have you read it and do a review on it. And I said, well, you know what, that might be a good idea, because, you know, I wouldn't want to have you bring something and then have the guys have it be a flop. You know, so I said, if you'll agree to send it to me, I'll read it and I'll review it. It's called The Coloring Book, which to us means absolutely nothing. The Coloring Book, crayons on the helmet. But the minute you start reading the book, you suddenly find out that this book is written by somebody that was there with us. You know, we've all read books about Vietnam, and you can tell that a lot of the guys that write them were not exactly out there doing it. And Howard's book is so intriguing and it's so good. It was one of those I couldn't put down. I just sat and I kept reading and reading and reading, and it got better and better and better. And then I started emailing him, and I'd go, Jesus, I sure hope this happens. Or I wasn't jumping ahead, and he goes, just hold on. You know, and uniquely, we had Larry Lemire, right? Machine gunner. Tried to shoot Odie out of the helicopter remember he tried to shoot him down at the bridge? In his book, he has Lemire, who is his M60 machine gunner, who shoots a helicopter incident. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going, this is freaky. How's this whoa. And then there's another character that reminds me of one of our guys, and another, and I'm going, Howard, did you read my journals or something?
Yes.
I mean, this is freaky, and I read this book, and it's phenomenal. So Jennifer and Howard agreed to bring 25 of the books, and they're going to give them to a veteran that agrees to do a review. So only serious readers need apply, and then is this the little form? And then all they're looking for, guys, is the truth. You just tell them what you think. Now, Jennifer said to me, it can be as few as 2 words or a couple of sentences. I can't do that. Sorry. I can't do that. I've got notes in the margins of this book. I have written notes in the margin and so forth that I am going to put together, and I'm going to really write a review because it's that good. So I'm telling you, if you're one of the 25 guys, and Cy's already signed up, Cy Krevling's already signed up, he wants one, that's going to be awesome. But now, you forgot your towel.
Yeah, absolutely.
You came home, and you just left that behind. And in your book, that towel is kind of an important piece of equipment. We only had a couple of things, a poncho liner and a towel, right? We didn't have a heck of a lot more than that. And because we got to get out of this place, is the song that Tim played. This is the theme throughout, from the beginning to the end of the book. So I thought, this is your first time here. We should send you home with something to remember us by. So I got a deal. It's a "We Gotta Get Out of This Place" mouse pad. And for Jennifer, "We Gotta Get Out of This Place" earrings. So and in the book, you didn't mention that you remembered to bring your P-38 home.
Oh, thank you.
So I think that would be kind of important for you to have that. And Howard, from all of us, we want to present you with a life member in our group. So this is presented to you. So now you're stuck. You're in. You're with us.
Fair enough. I like it.
So, Howard, now's your chance to say a few words.
Well, just looking around, I'm just totally amazed by this whole group. And I can see around me now, particularly with a couple of gentlemen who are talking, that when I came back, I got spit on at the airport, San Francisco airport. Why do they have us get off at San Francisco? Because you're just asking for it. You're just asking for it. I remember the Hare Krishnas are there, and the hippies are there, and this was going to be a bad scene, no matter what. Particularly you get off Travis Air Force Base and take the bus to downtown San Francisco. But so when I got back, I just put it in the back closet, the whole Vietnam thing. Matter of fact, for years I told people I didn't even go. I said I missed it out. I deferred my way out of it. And then all of a sudden, I kept having this thing about wanting to write this book because. And just a short thing to say, in 1967, in a blinding act of stupidity, I went out and got a G.I. Joe coloring book and a half a gallon of bourbon, went back to my fraternity house, colored in the coloring book pages with my fraternity brothers, got drunk, and joined the Army. I wanted to write something to the children of the world to never, ever disrespect war like that. We just color in things and somehow think there's any relevance to what's going on. So that's one reason for this book. But then when I started writing it, my post-traumatic stress started just coming out. And then finally I was diagnosed in 2011, and it really totally incapacitated me. And I think someone over here was, going through the same thing. And thank God for the vet center down in Palo Alto, in Redwood City, and the Palo Alto people. And they've really brought me around. But I can tell there's a lot of us that are still walking around wounded. And it's still it's really comforting to see everyone here.
I wasn't prepared to talk. But hi, I'm Jennifer. It is wonderful to be here today. It's been quite a journey to get here. And I mean that from an emotional perspective. Although, we did leave home in San Francisco at 10 a.m. and didn't get here today until 2:30 a.m. But anyway, I just love the warmth and compassion and openness and honesty of everybody here. It's really a privilege. Thank you so much.
Why don't you read the dedication? Oh, okay. Well, it's one thing to have died there, but it's another thing to come back and live with it. And so I want you to know that this book is dedicated as follows. To those lost souls of the Vietnam War, my respect and compassion. To the survivors living with unexpected adversities.
And I will tell you one little more bit about the book. Howard's is just retired as being an attorney. So this book is his, well, it's a fiction, but you have to say fiction, but it's about this attorney that Vietnam vet, and he is really struggling with a lot of things in life, as well as everything keeps coming back to Vietnam. And the ending is so phenomenal. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the ending, but it's a guy that you're going to just go, holy crap, you know what, I'm pulling for you. I mean, I'm pulling for, not only because he's one of us, but because I think this guy deserves a break. Things have happened, and things have happened to all of us. And it's like, this book is very good, Howard, and I told you that, and I'm just telling everybody, this is going to, I think this book is going to be very big.
Thank you.
So thank you, guys. Thank you, dear hearts.
You're welcome.